Hello, everybody. Brian here. Okay, what can I say? I've got an article that's pretty disturbing. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to give you some pretty disturbing news for if you live in Ontario, Quebec, two largest provinces here in Canada. And let me go through it. Okay, so I usually do daily feeds on my good old Telegram, and I came across this headline: OSC, that's the Ontario Securities Commission, takes aim at crypto platforms. Now, I'm technically not a platform, but I'm probably somewhat falling under that. So basically what's going on is, we live in a quickly becoming a very quick and communist society here in Ontario, Canada, you name it. We've got probably one of the worst leaders of the Western world. And here's what we got. So if you're on the podcast, we got here, this is on investmentexecutive.com. And this was posted this morning. So it goes, crypto trading platforms have been given a 3-week warning from the OSC, inform regulators of the plans to comply with security laws or face regulatory action. OSC shot across the bow of firms in the sector comes on the heels of new guidance from the Canadian Securities Administration and the Investment Industry Regulatory Organization of Canada, IIROC, which generally calls on the firms engaged in retail trading of crypto assets to register as a dealer or join the IIROC. My answer to that is F you. F you, like simple like that. I'm not registering. So that's basically that. And I'm really pissed off about it. So continuing along, in the wake of the new CSA IIROC guidance, OSC is demanding, I like that word, demanding, that crypto trading platforms contact the regulator by April 19th to discuss their plans for compliance. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not going to say any more beyond that. If a platform currently trading in derivative securities or securities in Ontario does not do so by this date, steps will be taken to enforce applicable requirements under security laws. All right. Continuing along, OSC reported that it has been a large increase in the number of platforms offering crypto trading in Ontario. It's where I live. Platforms that aren't registered with regulators pose significant risk to investors because investors' assets may not be inadequately safeguarded, and internal controls to manage the risk of the business may be lacking or non-existent. Okay, unregistered crypto asset trading platforms, which I am not, I hope I'm not, but like I said, I'll be telling you what I'll be doing when I read this. Unregistered crypto asset trading platforms expose Ontario investors in significant risks, including potential loss, theft, and misuse of their assets. Recent explosion of unregistered platforms has magnified these risks. Okay, at the same time, OSC also said it's concerned about crypto trading platforms that are seeking to go public. No, I don't want to go public. Either through backdoor listings such as reverse takeover or, we call them SPACs, capital pool company transaction, or via initial public offering. Okay, continuing along. There are potential public interest concerns, okay, with a platform that is required to be registered, but that is not becoming a reporting issuer. Platforms that are considered a public listing must also contact the regulator about those plans. Does this sound like China or Russia to you? I have to register? OSC indicated that its demand for compliance applies to any that allows access by investors in Ontario, even if the platform itself is located outside the province. Very draconian here. Regulatory oversight serves a critical role in investor protection, and we expect platforms to act swiftly to bring themselves into compliance with security laws. So what does this mean? Well, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I found crypto in the last 2 years. There was a question regarding the UK fining in the UK is some guy who was unregistered or something or other, and it was in the millions of dollars. So for me as a Canadian and a resident of Ontario, my simple response is this: I'm not going to allow Canadians into the system. So what that means is I'll be probably in the next few days putting my promotion I've got for access to the quant analytics. It's going to come to an end. So if you're in Canada, I hate to tell you, you can thank your politicians or whoever's coming up with this cockamamie thoughts of trying to regulate people. Thanks for the likes. So this is what I'm talking about, quantlabs.net/academy shop. Currently, I've got this promotion on, access to everything, which is primarily have to break this out as a separate service. This could probably fall under as a trading platform. And as a result, what's going to happen is Canadians will not be able to get access to this, but they can still learn everything else that I do. But I'm not going to label them to be part of this. It's too much of a risk for me to take on a Canadian, no different than Binance will not take Americans. And if it gets worse, I just don't take, if it's in the US, I don't take Americans. If I don't take with the UK, same with them as well. So that's how it stands. This will be broken out in the next few days. If you're in Canada right now, you're too much of a risk for me to take on as a customer for this. I don't need, no offense to anybody in Canada. You can just thank the Canadian crap government coming up with these stupid regulations. So I'm not going to take Canadians anymore. I'm going to put that as of right away as an alert. We're not taking Canadians. It's not for sale for Canadians. We won't support them. So yeah, everything else, no problem. But that is the response from my end. I don't need the risk, not worth the hassle. Just wanted to put that out there. If you see my messages, you'll know why. All right. Again, to the Canadian, well, let's see who it is. IROC, the CSA. Here's my message to you. All right, over and out.